Welcome back. Welcome back. It's your host, Delano, on the FanWire Podcast. I appreciate y'all for tapping in like always. Hey, we got a special guest coming on the pod today. I hope you're ready because when you hear from me, you already know I'm your trusted voice for Washington Mystic content. But with this special guest, things going to turn up a little bit. So he's getting ready. He's coming on. So we're going to talk through some of the things so y'all can be ready for what's happening today. Yeah. Now, if you're a Washington Mystic fan, you already know, or you may have heard that there was a trade today. It was a major trade today. And this trade pretty much impacts us indirectly. We're talking about the Angel Reese trade, right? We're going to talk through that with our special guest. We're talking about Jerry. We're talking about the WNBA reporter, Jerry, is coming on, and we want to chop it up. So I hope you're ready. Now, if you are a Washington Mystic fan, or if you even a WNBA fan, you already know, or you may know, that yesterday, well, actually, a few days ago, there was an expansion draft. That was on Friday. And several Washington Mystic players were pulled away from us in that trade, in that expansion draft. So I hope you're ready because we're going to talk through that just a little bit too. Now, one thing that you have to consider with being a Washington Mystic fan is we're in a rebuild process, right? But depending on who you talk to and how things has been going, it could be time to accelerate the rebuild into actually trying to contend. You know, we'll see, we'll talk through that as well. So those are just some of the subject points we're going to get to, right? Now, real quick, y'all know how I like to bring y'all on the screen. So, Summer Breeze 6250 says, good evening. I turned in and ready for the updates. Hey, I'm ready to provide because you go get them. I appreciate you for tapping in one time with me. All right. Now, also, Terrence Hall. This is crazy. I don't understand the firing of Weidman. That's our general manager, Jamila Weidman. Loves Sydney, but he has no experience as GM. Don't want to panic. But this could be sabotage. This could sabotage the rebuild if rushed. Hey, I'm with you. We don't want anything bad to happen, especially with the momentum that we got going on right here, right now. We don't want this messed up whatsoever. Now, I think that Jamila Weidman, y'all always hear me say, and Jamila Weidman, I trust. Because every move she has performed has been a hit. And it's not even close, right? Because she was the one who orchestrated the ability for us to get a trade with Chicago. She swindled Chicago, right? We were able to get a first round pick that turned into a third pick in the last draft. And that pickup actually resulted in us getting Sonny Citron. And Sonny Citron turned into an all-star last season. All right? So that was one of our dynamic duo of rookies, right? And from that point on and every other move she's made, she's been doing her thing. So we really have to do a deep dive today on what is going on with the Washington Mystics. What happened today? Is this a compound type of situation? Is this, something that's been brewing for a while? Or did it just hit the fan today? We don't know. Or at least I don't know right now. But when Jared gets on, we're going in. We talking through it. So we'll see what Jared got to say about that, right? We're also talking about what to expect in this draft that's coming up. The draft is April the 13th. That's literally a week away. So I hope you're ready. I hope you are ready. Now, one thing that we do here at the FanWire Podcast is we host a WNBA draft watch party. If you were at the one we did last year, you already know we had a good time. We had a packed house. We had special guests that pulled up that we didn't even know were coming. We had family of Washington Mystic players. We had employees of the Washington Mystics. We had DJ Heat, the official DJ of the Washington Mystics in the building. It was all right. It was all right. We even had Crystal Waters from the news in there. I don't know who's coming this time. You never know who's going to pull up. Trust me, you want to be in the building. All right, now, we're doing this watch party at Tom's Watch Bar, right? If you're familiar with the city, it is right across the street from the National Baseball Stadium. And you want to be in the building. Trust me. Okay, this is another thing. Let me jump back to Jamila Weidman real quick. Bree Waters from Channel 4. I totally apologize. It's been a long day. Now, one thing I want to tie it back to Jamila Weidman and what she did last year, especially with the draft. We started off with one draft pick in the first round. She made a move, we got 2. She made another move, we had 3 picks in the first round. And that resulted in some great pickups. 2 of those picks ended up being all-stars last season. You want to tap in. You want to stick around for what we got coming up. Because he's going to be on in a couple more minutes. I'm warming it up. I'm warming up the stage with Jerry. Because, he's definitely connected when it comes to our Washington Mystics. Now, jumping forward, Jamila Weidman, she set up some good stuff for this draft that's coming on the 13th. We got 3 picks again. And we got some major stuff going on in 2027. Because that's one of the big drafts that you could ever think of. Juju Watkins comes out in that draft. Hannah Hadaga comes out in that draft. It's a bunch of people coming out in that draft. It's going to be an epic draft. Now, when it comes to the direction of this team going forward right now, kind of like up in the air. We don't even know, because ESPN dropped that article at 4:50 this afternoon. Literally just happened. So, we don't know what happened in the building. Hopefully nothing crazy. But we definitely going to get to the bottom of this one, because you want to know, I want to know, we all want to know what happened. So, let me do this real quick. Let me just give y'all a little bit more about what's coming up on the 13th. It didn't go. Hold on a second. Let me get it back. Let me get it back. All right. Have some little technical difficulties there. We're going to work through it. So in this draft, we have the number 4 pick. We have the number 9 pick. We have the number 11 pick. And that's just in the first round. We got 2 second-round picks. We got a third-round pick. We got a total of 6 picks that we can add brand new talent to this team, the right pieces. Now, things to think about with Jamila Weidman not being ahead of this ship anymore. With Jamila Weidman not being here, what direction are we going in? Because Coach Sidney Johnson is taking over basketball operations. And it's not clear as of right now if we're going to be getting a new general manager, especially a week ahead of the draft. Come on, this is something else, you know. But I'm assuming that everything is going to be going all right. So here we go. Remember this: the watch party is going to be Monday, April the 13th. We letting y'all in to get situated at 6:30 p.m. But yeah, guess what? Jared is in the building. Jared is ready. So let's go ahead and welcome him to the stage so we can get to it. Hope y'all ready. And if y'all got questions, drop them in the comments and let's get to it. Jared, hey, I appreciate you for tapping in, my guy. How's everything today? Can you hear me? I can't hear you. Is your mic on? Make sure you're not muted. No, I still can't hear you. All right, folks, we're working through these technical difficulties. We're going to get this situated real quick. Nope, still nothing. Nope. Nope. Why don't you try this? Go ahead. Can you hear me? Put a thumbs up if you can hear me. No. Okay. All right. Well, we're going to work on that. I'm sure Jerry's going to get that situated, and we're going to be right with you. But yeah, okay, let's go to these comments real quick. Okay. Zaynelli 325. I hope I said that right. Why fire Jamila? Was she drunken with power? Because it makes 0 sense. I have no idea. I hope that's not the case. But they did definitely say that this departure was due to a difference of opinion on the direction that we need to go. Right? So that's, that can be like, hey, was a move attempted to be made, or, a direction was attempted to go and it wasn't going in the direction that the team says we need to go? We don't know. But once Jared gets on, we're going to try to get to the bottom of this. For real. Now, let's see here. Let me see here. Okay. Got another one from Zaynelli or Neely. Delano is the head of operations, right? Maybe she takes over now. You might be on to something. All right. It looks like we got Jared back. So we're going to add him in right now.
All right, I can hear you perfectly.
Here we go. I hear you loud. Hey, my man. How's everything?
What's going on? Good, good. How you doing?
Doing real good, real good, real good. Hey, it's been a crazy day today, man.
First day of free agency.
Man.
First day of free agency, man. That news was wild.
Yeah. So again, everybody's caught up. Let's just make sure everybody on the same wavelength here. Jamila Weidman, the general manager of the Washington Mystics, was relieved of her duties today. From the articles on ESPN, it's kind of unclear what the situation was. But hey, Jared, you know anything about what's going on?
So as far as I know, President Winger, from what he told journalists in January, was that he was very pleased with how Jamila was running the organization, with the trades, the moves, the draft picks, everything that she was doing. But fast forward to now, we in first day of free agency in April. I have no idea what happened from January till now. But supposedly it was a disagreement, I guess, in the direction of the franchise. So maybe it was a situation where maybe Winger was thinking about, let's try to accelerate to win now. And Jamila was probably like, no, we still need time, or vice versa. But it's still very unclear on why she was released of her duties.
You know, a lot of people are trying to connect the dots, including myself. And it's like, could it be something related to this Angel Reese trade of today? Or it could be something else? It's like, what's going on?
See, a lot of people are saying that the Mystics have, so the Sky has gotten their pick back in the 2027 draft. But in some way, the Mystics have the pick. So a lot of people are saying they're going to go after Juju Watkins. Don't know how sure that is, that's the direction you're going to go in. I mean, Juju is a stud no matter what, but we still have to see how she is after the knee injury, recovering from, missing the whole college season. So if that's the case, then yeah, definitely, go all in for Juju, but not sure if that's what the discussions were. We're not in the locker room or anything like that. We're not in the big offices, so we don't know what was discussed behind closed doors.
True. So just so everybody knows what we're talking about, Jamila Weidman, our former general manager, made a great trade last season, right before the draft. She traded Carly Samuelson away. We got a draft pick. We traded Ariel Atkins away, and we ended up getting a swindle, in my opinion. So we're talking about a pick that resulted in the number 3 pick that turned into Sonia Citron. We also talking about the ability, what Jared was just mentioning, was that in 2027, we have the right to swap first round draft picks. So based on what Jeff P is doing over in Chicago and what he has been doing, it's looking like we might get a really, really good pick, right? On top of, we also got a second round pick too in 27. We're looking good. We're looking real good.
Well, I think the Mystics end up, so I think we do have the second round pick as well still. Yep.
So with that being said, it had to been something major to lose the general manager that's been having that much success in production. But at least that's what I think. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's been weird because it's like she was really hands-on with the franchise from the start. Since she got there, made all the moves. It seemed like everything was going right. They got some great draft picks, made some great moves, some great signings. So I honestly don't know what was the disconnect from this offseason, especially it being the first day of free agency and you decide to get rid of GM. Like, it could have been earlier on or it could have been later on, but like literally the first day. It is like a pivotal moment because this is the first day we could actually talk to players, we could actually negotiate, and then you get rid of your general manager. Like, it's really confusing. I really don't know what to say. It's really just mind-boggling to me.
Yeah, and then, like you said, this is a pivotal moment for the whole WNBA, not alone just the Mystics, because there are over 100 free agents that are available. We're talking about everybody, your favorite players, for the most part. Your most seasoned players are all free agents, and we don't have a general manager. The first day of free agency. That's crazy. That's
wild.
That's wild. So, okay. Let's do this. Let's jump back real quick. Jared, please introduce yourself to everybody. Let everybody know what you do and who you are.
So for me, I am a Mystics reporter for the Lead. So I have covered the Mystics for 3 seasons now, I want to say. About 3 seasons now. And talk to the players in the locker room, well, not in the locker room, in the media room, the coaches, interviewing them. I also covered the Wizards as well, the same aspect as far as being in the locker rooms, being in the media rooms, talking to players, talking to coaches, talking to the general managers, to the presidents, and all that stuff. And writing for the Lead, writing articles, giving my thoughts on certain transactions that happen throughout the offseason, the season, playoffs, if the Mystics and the Wizards get to the playoffs anytime soon. Did you freeze?
True. So I know you about to be doing a whole lot of writing tonight.
Yeah.
Especially about this Jamila Weidman stuff.
Definitely.
For real.
Let me post this link. Live.
Okay.
Now, Talking Mystics. I'm posted on my Threads account.
I appreciate that. Let's get him in here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, question: is this your first interview of the 2026 season?
This is the first interview of the 2026 season for the Mystics.
All right. Mm-hmm. Let's make sure we line up some more, because I'm sure we're gonna have more to talk about with our Mystics, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, one of our topic points for tonight, we touched on it. We talked about it. This new information regarding Jamila Weidman, right? But we got a whole lot more to talk about, right? So let's talk through, what do you see what do you see the outlook is right now for the Washington Mystics?
So I would say right now, going into the season, it is a lot of uncertainty, but I do think with the young players that they are in the right direction to possibly push for a playoff spot, barring they get some good veterans in the offseason, make some good trades. We still have to figure out what's going to be the situation with Shakira Austin, because she is a free agent. I believe she's unrestricted free agent. And President Winger did say he wants to bring her back. Okay. Shakira Austin actually told me personally that she wants to come back to Washington. Okay. So they're going to try to work out a deal to make sure, they can make that happen, make sure that she is one of the players that they go with to their future going forward, with her, Kiki, Sonia. The Mystics still need to fill up some holes because they don't have a point guard right now other than Georgia Amore. But we still have to kind of see what she pans out to be, because she is coming off the ACL injury. So we still have a lot to see as far as what the Mystics is going to look like this coming season.
that's good to know, especially for the fan base, that bringing Shakira back is a priority and it's a focus point of the Washington Mystics. And she wants to come back. This is all critical stuff for us to know. We appreciate you, Gary. We do. Really do. Okay. So that's some stress off our backs, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about Georgia real quick, right? So from what you see and what you heard and what you know, what do you think her progress has been recovering from this ACL injury that she experienced literally a year ago?
Yeah. So I think she'll be ready to go this season. I know she was making really good progress throughout last season with recovery with the knee. As far as I know, it's nothing has really been reported about how far along she is with the rehab process. Like, I haven't heard anything about her doing non-contact, contact, playing 5-on-5, anything like that. But it was said last season that she will be ready to go this season. But nothing has come out recently about her rehab process.
Okay. Well, at least there hasn't been any setbacks.
Yep.
And there they don't have the outlook that she won't be ready. Right?
Exactly.
So let me ask you this, is the outlook saying, hey, she'll be ready for game one, or are they going to have to get her going and ramp her back up, ready to go?
I would think that they'll probably have to ramp her up, have her ready to go. Probably have to have her definitely play preseason to get her some reps, get her some touches. And the only thing is with her, long term, I would see her as the point guard of the future. But the thing is, we can't start her right away. It'll be too much on her coming back from that major injury to come in and just become the starting point guard right off the bat. So I do think that bringing her along slowly, coming off the bench, would be a lot better as far as her recovery and production and basically getting her acclimated with the WNBA game. It would be better long term to get someone who could be kind of like a veteran. I would have thought they would have kept Sugg, but the expansion draft, it's a lot of casualties from teams, from an aspect of players that probably we wanted to keep moving to somewhere else. And then, but like you said, all these free agents this offseason, we can probably find someone who can be the long-term point guard until Georgia's ready to take those reins.
So if we go in that direction, what do we do in this draft? We got so many picks. I know we're going to have to draft a point guard at some point.
Absolutely.
This is going to be an interesting week, man. I mean,
it's going to be. You know what? I think that I was talking to somebody about it. I think point guard is definitely a priority, definitely. But also, you have to get at least one big in the draft because Stephanie Dawson, she's getting older. Not sure if they're going to keep her long term with this team. She is a good vet to have, but if they can go younger and get somebody with some size and mobility to acclimate more into this style of the WNBA, then go after it. I would think, with your top pick, you go for the best player available, and then after that, you go for the fit with the roster.
Gotcha. Okay. So if we go in that direction, who do you see coming in as? No. Before we do that, we gotta talk about. We gotta finish up on free agency because agency is what will drive how we draft well, right?
Yeah.
So you got any rumblings of any players interested in wanting to come to the Mystics?
I haven't heard anything yet. Nothing as of yet, but I'm hoping by tomorrow we get more news. because I haven't heard anything in particular yet as far as players wanting to come here. But nobody's really said anything as far as like where they want to go. The only three players that I've heard that are re-signing with their teams was Sabrina Nescu, Brianna Stewart, and Asia Wilson. Those are the only players that actually said that, all right, I'm staying with my team. We all know about the Angel Reese news by now. So that was great that happened so far. Besides the only WNBA news, I should say, today. So we still have to see what's going on because nothing's really been happening other than the Angel Reese news and Weidman getting relieved of her duties.
So, let me ask you this. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the height, what would you rate the chances of this Jamila Weidman situation being connected with this Angel Reese trade?
I would want to say I wouldn't say is that much connected. Only because I know a few years ago a lot of fans wanted Angel Reese to be drafted by the Mystics because she's from Baltimore. She played at Maryland. But we ended up getting Kiki Arifin the very next draft. So, and Kiki is amazing. Like she's an all-star. She's great. So I'm not sure it's very much connected, but I would think that it's some type of domino effect will happen eventually down the line as far as this move definitely shakes up the entire league no matter what. So the Mystics are going to have to make some type of move. Like, all right, we might have to go swinging for the fences and get someone big in free agency.
So if we get somebody big in free agency, that's going to impact the development and the growth of our rookies.
It depends on who we go after. That's really what it comes down to. Because I think for Kiki and Shakira, they're bigs. So and I can say the same thing for Sonya because I feel like all three of them need a point guard who's going to be able to get them to their spots, get them the ball in spots that they like to operate. Sug did a really good job at that last season. Like I said, she's gone now, so that definitely has to be a priority. I think it will be more of a good development angle for the team, getting a point guard and probably get a younger point guard who can basically grow with the team. As far as trying to get a vet who's older and may not have her best years ahead of her, but more behind her. So if they can go with a young point guard, then I would be definitely happy about that.
Okay. So are there any point guards that you would like for us to focus on or put to target during this free agency period?
Well, free agency. I can give you off the top of my head who I would want them to draft.
Okay. Let's go with that.
I think if we can go after Olivia Miles, that would be great. Kiki Rice is really good as well. I know a lot of people want AZ Fudd to come to Washington, especially since she's from here as well. But AZ is not a point guard, more of a shooting guard than anything. So I think them two would be ideal. As far as free agency goes, I know Jackie Young is a free agent. Jackie Young is not much of a point guard, but she can run an offense for stretches. Don't know how much that if she wants to leave Vegas or not, especially after Asia said she's not leaving Vegas I don't think Jackie Young will be like, hey, I'm going to leave instead. So it's a lot. I did see a report today that Skylar Diggins may want to leave Seattle. So maybe that's someone to look out for. Maybe she'll be on the move. But as far as that, it's hard. I don't know because there's a lot of players. I'm trying to find the list of all the players right now, free agents.
Okay, let me throw this one at you.
Mm-hmm.
You, from what I understand, what I think I saw, you were at Unrivaled reporting, right?
I was, yes.
Okay, so let's try to connect these dots. Let me know if you saw something. Let's put these dots together. All right, so Shakira Austin played in Unrivaled, right?
Yeah.
We're in the process of re-signing her, right? All signs are looking good with that. He also played on a team that had Chelsea Gray from the Aces, right? Champion guard, right? Yeah. And she can kind of fit into what you was talking about, that type of guard, right?
That's true.
They were both on the same team, and Shakira Austin sung the praises to Gray.
Yeah.
And how if she can be with a point guard of her caliber consistently, how that can unlock her game. From what you saw, what you know, these dots together. What you got for
me? You know, Chelsea Gray, the point guard, I definitely can see her fitting well with the Mystics if they decide to go get Shakira back and get Chelsea Gray. But it's the same situation as Jackie Young. Like, it's how much does Chelsea Gray actually want to leave her championship dynasty and go somewhere else? But on the same aspect, it's been a lot of people saying they want Shakira to leave Washington and possibly go to Vegas. Don't know why. I don't see it being a good fit because Shakira, essentially Asia and Shakira play the same position. And can they play together? Maybe. But, you know, they still got Smith over there if she's not a free agent. Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know because if the Mystics can pull Chelsea Gray, that would be amazing. That would be amazing. But that's gonna be a hard one. Like, I think if I was the Aces, I would feel more comfortable letting go of Jackie Young than Chelsea Gray.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So with all this new money, the CBA brought a lot of money, people chasing the bag this free agency. With our cap space that we pretty much have right at this moment, because like we've mentioned, nobody signed on the team except for our rookies, right?
Yeah.
So Stephanie Dawson had a large contract last season. Elisa Clark had a large contract. There's definitely a lot of money to pay Shakira and for us to go hunting to try to find something, right? So what do you think the chances are that Chelsea Gray will want to go chase the bag over trying to win again?
I think the chances are she would want to go after another championship and not really go after the bag, because I think she will probably get a big payout from the Aces. And, you know, with the new deal being in place, all that stuff, I'm pretty sure the Aces are going to pay her very, very good. Especially, you know, the starting point guard on your dynasty. Like, and she got the Finals MVP in the what was it? Not this one, the 2 years ago. If I'm correct, yeah. What was the first one? But I know she got Finals MVP for one of them. So, you know, you gotta pay your stars. I always say that you have to pay your stars. So I think she's going to end up staying, if I had to guess.
Okay.
I'm actually looking at the free agency list now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Odyssey Sims, who played really well this season, and surprisingly, she wasn't signed for a full season. She's an unrestricted free agent. Maybe the Mystics can go after her. She's a good vet to have. Dana Evans is a free agent. Sorry?
I said that would be a definitely good stopgap with Odyssey Sims.
Yeah. I'm looking at Dana Evans is an unrestricted free agent as well. Oh, wow. Courtney Williams is a free agent. Unrestricted. Yeah. Jordan Canada. Chelsea Gray. Natasha Cloud.
Okay, what do you think the chances of Natasha Cloud coming back to the Mystics after, you know, being a champion here with the Mystics, you know, her going to different teams? What do you think the chances of her wanting to come back and lead the young ones?
For Natasha, she seems really invested in New York. She recently been working with the mayor on a few things, heavily endorsed with him. So I don't think she's going to leave New York anytime soon, to be honest with you.
Gotcha. All right, real quick. We're going to do a quick reset, and we'll get to some of these comments, and then we're going to jump right back in because we got some more to talk about. All right, folks, real quick. If you are liking this breakdown, if you're liking this update on what's going on with our Washington Mystics, like the video. Also, subscribe to the channel. That's the only way that we're going to get this Washington Mystic content out to the masses. You know, the algorithm, it doesn't play fair all the time, but we need your help. If you like that video, you're going to help get it out there. If you haven't did it, go ahead and do it real quick, like that video. Also, subscribe to the channel. If you're not subscribed to the channel, how you going to know what's going on with the Washington Mystics? Subscribe to the channel. Get hip. Stay connected. All right? And, one more thing. After you subscribe, make sure that you turn on the notifications so that you can get all of the messages about what we're doing. All right? Real quick, let's jump to these comments real quick because they is lighting it up. All right, now let's jump back to this one. Zaynelli says, I think we already hit this one, but let me just hit it again. Delano is the head of operations, right? Maybe she can take over now. Who is Delano's role? She was the head of basketball operations, right? Or what was she doing?
I think she was with USA though, if I remember correctly.
I thought she was doing like both. So when she took that USA role with 3, she released her position.
I believe so. Let me double check and see.
Okay.
Yeah, she's let's see, post. Let's see. That's a good question. I know she's in the Hall of Fame now.
Definite salute. Why are you looking at that? Let me talk about that for a second.
So she's a special advisor for the Mystics. So I don't know like how much the capacity of her role.
Okay.
It just says like special advisor for the for Monumental Basketball. So not sure if they would give her any more duties. I know Sydney Johnson is basically kind of going to be assuming the role as GM for right now, kind of like in the same way that the Lynx have their head coach. So who knows? Maybe they'll decide to go with that formula going full term. Who knows?
Okay. Let's see here. We kind of talked about this one already.
Mm-hmm.
Could there be a big free agency signing the higher ups wanted, but Jamila didn't? Good question. We don't know.
That's a good question. Mm-hmm.
Maybe more.
I think more about that will come out in the next few days or so.
Yeah. Okay. More on that later. All right. Let's see here. How does this change affect the team's roster strategy and or upcoming season?
I think that the supposedly the strategy they didn't agree on anymore. But like I said in January, Winger was all on board with what Weidman was doing. Don't know what triggered the change in disagreement. So the strategy is definitely going to probably look a lot different from earlier, from when Weidman just started. But the roster, I don't know, because I think going forward, I think Winger still wants to keep, Kiki, Sonya, Shakira as the big three. But the roster is definitely going to look a lot different, regardless of Weidman being there or not, because of all the free agency, the draft picks. So it's definitely going to look a lot different, regardless.
Okay. All right. Let's jump back to this one. We can come back to the comment. Sure, we will get some more. All right. So we've talked about this draft, right? Let me ask you this. Any insight on any positions of focus that the Washington Mystics are going to be looking for in this draft?
The positions of focus. It would have to be, it would have to be the point guard. It would have to be. It would have to be guards, like heavy guards, because me personally, I don't see Sonya as a point guard or a shooting guard. I see her more as a small forward going forward. I think that what they was trying to do last season when they got rid of Slim was try to put the ball more in Sonya's hands and have her run the offense a little more. She seemed comfortable with it at times, but I do think Sonya is a little bit better when she's coming off of screens, spotting up, running the floor, things like that, attacking closeouts, and getting set up from a point guard as opposed to having being the primary ball handler. So I think prioritizing that would definitely be the biggest thing is, getting a point guard. Like that has to be your number one priority.
Got you. Okay. Okay. Question. Are you covering the draft? Are you going to the draft?
I'm not going to the draft, but I'm definitely going to be paying attention and giving updates on it.
Got you. Hey, what? Are you pulling up to the draft party?
I want to.
Cool.
Definitely remind me of the dates. I'm definitely going to try to make that.
I will definitely shoot it over to you as a reminder, but just in case people are watching that want to know, the draft is April 13th. It's going to be at Tom's Watch Bar. That's right across from the National Baseball Stadium. Pull up. We're going to have a good time, even if you're not a Washington Mystic fan, because I know y'all in here too. Because y'all want to see what's going on. Pull up. Let's have a good time.
I actually do have it on my calendar. I just looked. So, yep, I'm coming.
Gotta work. I get to meet the man. I hope y'all ready. All right. So, let's see here. Okay, this is a good comment here. This is a good question. Prototype-ish says or asks, if you were the GM, what would be your dream team?
As far as what though? For the Mystics or just like all time?
Probably the Mystics. Let's go with the Mystics.
Mm. If I had to go based off the players that are on the roster now and some of the free agents, I would say definitely have to go after. I would think point guard Chelsea Gray for sure.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna just read the list. I'm gonna go off some of the free agents. Gabby Williams is a free agent as well. So if Gabby Williams, and I'll still keep Sonia, Kiki, and Shakira. Like I like that big three together. I like what they're building, so I'm definitely gonna keep them too. But as far as the guards, if we're gonna go some free agents, then Chelsea Gray and Gabby Williams. They both play defense. They both can run an offense. They both tough as nails. So definitely those two.
Okay. Let's talk about Shakira for a second.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of contract you think Shakira get? Is it going to be max? Close to the max? They going crazy? Throw a super max at him? What they do?
I think either max or borderline max. I would think that would definitely be where she falls into. I think I know the injuries have really kind of derailed her development, but we definitely know the upside is there with her. Like when she's healthy, she's a force on both ends of the court. So I do feel like she can command at least borderline max money.
Okay.
But I just think that if they have some type of incentives in the contract, her staying healthy and meeting certain things, she can probably reach a max contract.
Okay. Okay. Well, it's good that we got all this money to spend.
Yeah.
Not to burn, but to spend. And, Shakira's going to take her piece of the pie. We still got enough when it comes around, right? As long as we don't go crazy, which a lot of fans want us to do. They want us to go big sea fishing and get some good catches. But, we got to be able to have enough money to re-sign Sonia Citron, Kiki Irvin, Georgia, and whoever we get next season. We got to have some money. So all things that got to be considered, So, okay. So with our ability to have all these draft picks, we got all this money. Do you think that we need to stay the course, keep going young, build for the future, try to get this dynasty going, or do we need to go ahead and accelerate and push on the gas and try to get some free agents quality?
I think you can have a mix of both, but I think the game plan should still be building through the draft. My philosophy when it comes to building teams is the basketball gods will not let you get too many stars, and you have to build it from the ground up. Look at the prime example. Look at the Aces. They drafted well. They made some good trades, but ultimately they built through the draft. So you have to start through the draft. That's the way to do it because you need that homegrown talent. You need to build that chemistry, and then you work your way up. You add some vets, you add some other stars to the puzzle, but you need to build some type of cohesiveness as far as, all right, I've been with this player for this long. I know what this player is going to bring to the table. You can't keep swapping players out, swapping coaches out every season and thinking it's going to be a new result that is going to result into wins. That usually doesn't hold well. So build through the draft, build the chemistry, work your way up.
Okay. We are in a great situation, right? And a great situation for us to talk about stuff, right? Because we still trying to figure out what direction we're going. And I'm with you on that. I'm with you everything you just said. But let me ask you this: from your interactions with Coach Sidney Johnson, since he's taking the operations of basketball, what do you think his focus is going to be?
I think definitely player development as still and building through the draft. From what I've seen from Sidney Johnson, he's really good with the players, with building them up, giving them confidence, and it's like that. Like he's like their father in a way. Like if you see how they interact with him, it's like he's their father, and that's all his daughters and everything, and like he truly loves them and builds them up and gives them the confidence. So I think he will definitely still try to go young, go to the draft. But it's not just him. It's going to be the staff that's on still with the Mystics right now. They're all going to be kind of like cohesive with building through the draft and working towards, the future, towards building the next steps with Washington. So I would think that you swing for some free agents, but I think he will still definitely be looking to build through the draft.
Okay. I guess he goes back to the Bill Parsons. What's the coach from the Jets back in the day, New England? Bill Parsons. Anyway, he was saying pretty much if he coaching, he should be able to buy the groceries. So I guess he's in that same type of mode, right? Get the players he want, right?
Yeah. Kind of like how Greg Popovich was with the Spurs, basically.
Yeah.
So like he's been basically hands-on with picking the players that he wants to draft, the trades, and because if I'm coaching them, I need to know what type of players I'm gonna have. So I'm gonna take control and get who I want to bring in. And sometimes that doesn't work for everybody. So that's one thing we have to acknowledge. Sometimes some coaches are better as just being the coach and not having hands-on control of trades, the signings, the negotiations. Sometimes it's better left in a different position, different person. But if this is what they're going to do with Sidney Johnson, I hope that they give him enough support and help to not have him make all the decisions, and it can be kind of like a group thing, a collaborative thing. So hopefully that will be the direction they're going.
I hope you're right. It's nothing like having the support of others to help you to make your decisions so that you won't be isolated in your own thought process. You can bounce them against anybody, other people, but you still it's still your decision, right? But it's still good to have other voices so that you can make a sound decision. Yeah. Oh, and it was Bill Parsons. I totally jacked that up. Hey, I'm not a Washington fan. All right. So, real quick, what do you think about how the Washington Mystics can only move a certain amount of games to the big arena, right? And with this trade, Atlanta's going to be the hot ticket.
Yeah.
Are they going to be able to make that adjustment, or everything just going to be a care first?
I was actually looking at the schedule after that trade happened. I was like, I know they like to have some games in bigger arenas with Chicago Sky, Indiana Fever. Now they have to adjust everything because Angel Reese is going to demand a lot of people coming in when she comes to Washington because she's on a new team now. And Atlanta, believe it or not, Atlanta has some fans. They have a lot of fans. So it's definitely going to draw a bigger crowd than the Chicago Sky was drawing, because a lot of people are not fans of the Chicago Sky as of recent seasons. So they're going to have to make a really big adjustment. I think they should bring it to Capital One. last season they had some games out in I think it was Fairfax, I want to say.
Yeah, George Mason. Yep.
Yep. So, but I think they need to bring it to Capital One. They brought the Indiana Fever games to Capital One and also to Baltimore, which didn't understand why they went to Baltimore instead of there. But I think they should definitely bring it to Capital One.
Yeah, I really thought that it would have been a smarter move to put the Chicago game in Baltimore.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
But, who am I? I'm just a podcast guy. I'm just a podcast. But we went to that game, and it was literally 99% Indiana fans. It was crazy.
Yeah.
I know Shakira was not happy about that representation.
Yeah.
She said it was an away game. Any insight on that from Shakira?
No, I mean, I would think, pretty sure a lot of the players were probably very disappointed in the crowd. But as of the last 2 years, Indiana Fever fans have been traveling well, in my humble opinion. So, I would think that the Mystics will assess how things went last season and make the right adjustments. And even when what was it, Caitlin Clark's rookie season, when they came to Capital One, I was at the last game of the season. It was a lot of Indiana fans there as well. So, but sometimes that you can't control things like that. You can't control what fans come to the game, because if you go to Wizards games, it's a lot of teams coming in who bring a big crowd, like the Knicks, the Celtics, the Spurs, the Lakers. And sometimes the away crowd dominates the home crowd as far as cheering and barring, the Wizards are not having the greatest season. They're having a really bad season, but they're in the developmental stage. So I don't want to say it's easy to root against them and boo them and root for the other team, but sometimes, like fans have to, root for the home team, like, show some type of pushback against the away crowd. So hopefully that can be the case for the Mystics this season as well.
Yeah, I think we're definitely going to have a better turnout, especially with some of these other games. Well, put like this. We know that the Chicago game, because I'm sure at least one of those is moved to the big arena. It should be all Washington Mystics fans. It should be. Because Angel Reese ain't with them. So.
Yeah. It's going to be hard because it's like I just hope fans are buying in, even though that we don't have a GM right now. I just hope that Mystics fans are still going to be sticking with Washington, long term, and not just kind of turning on them because some people might not like what Michael Winger and what he's doing, or they're confused about the direction that the team is going in, or they feel like the Mystics have been rebuilding for too long. They start winning now. I just hope they are buying into what is happening and being patient.
Yeah, I think that since we know we got good players and players that, made all-stars, rookies, I think that the fans, even though we lost the GM, but the GM don't get on the court. As long as the players do what they do, and we don't make no crazy decisions, I think we will be all right with the fans. I think we'll be all right. Some fans, they want, more seasoned players, but my message to those fans is this. If we build the team from the draft and we add more talent to what we have, right? Especially in this draft and in the 2027 draft. Because real quick, in the 2027 draft, if you throw a rock, you should get a star out of that draft. especially at the early parts of that draft. Because we talked about Juju Watkins, Phenom. We also got Hannah the dog. She a dog. To me, if you know, she might be the smallest person on the court, but she a key. Matter of fact, you can't say those words on YouTube. She is a destroyer.
Yeah.
Break teams' will, right? She reminds me of a player, 3 players. We're talking about Allen Iverson. We're talking about Jose Alvarado, right? And who's my third person? Okay, those are 2 good ones. You got defense, you got scoring, and she's small, right? So yeah, hey, if we get her, I ain't mad.
Either.
You know, yeah. So let's see here real quick. I think I got one more for you before we let you go.
Hold on, Ben Marsh said that on Google they said Jamila Weidman is still the GM. I don't think they're fully updated yet, but it has been released that she has definitely been relieved of her duties. As of, I can give you an exact timestamp on it. As of 4:51 p.m., that's when I got the email of the immediate release.
Immediate release?
Mm-hmm.
That means your badge no longer works. And you might not even have a box to get out of the building with your stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, hold on. This is Ronald Senior 77. He says, "Trust me, I know I was at the Mystics' first practice to the public in 1998. I've been here since day one. Coach Jim Lewis, for those who don't know." He sound like he a super fan to me.
Yeah.
Hey, Ronald Senior, since you in the area, make sure you pull up to the draft party. I appreciate you so much.
Definitely. We need your insight for this coming draft.
For sure. Let's talk through. Yeah. We're not going to agree on everything, but let's have fun. Let's talk. All right. Question. Out of the players that could potentially return that was on the roster last year, who is a sleeper for Mystic fans to focus on from that group of players?
From those group of players to return, let me look through the list, see who's free agent still. I was telling someone even though she's probably the oldest player in the league at this point. Yeah, she is the oldest player in the league. But Alyssa Clark, I would definitely like for them to bring her back based on her leadership, being able to connect with players. And she doesn't need to play big minutes, she's definitely older, so you can kind of have her, 10, 15 minutes a game, kind of like how she was playing last year. Madison Scott is a free agent. She's a guard, so maybe if we need another guard, definitely bring her back. Oh, wow. Jay Melbourne is a free agent, too. We definitely need to bring her back. Shakira Austin already said that he need to bring her back. And, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Don't know if Stephanie Dawson will still be there, but that rounds up the free agents for the Mystics. But I would if I had to choose one for sure, I definitely want Jade back.
Okay, so give me some insight on that. Why is that?
Jade, she's tough. She's really tough. Like she's consistent. She's solid. She doesn't make too many mistakes out there. She plays hard. Like, she plays super hard. So we need someone at the guard position who's going to be tough and, get scrappy, do the dirty work. We need someone like that. And she can knock down threes, knock down jumpers. So we definitely need someone like that on the roster. I remember she broke her tooth during the game and she kept playing through it. I'm like, man, we need you on the roster long term for sure. We need that toughness.
I agree. She is definitely one of the toughest cookies on the team, right? I need to see from her as an improvement. She got to bank them layups.
Yeah.
She was even some points off the board.
Mm-hmm. She do, though. I agree with that. She do.
But I agree. We need those glue players. Those players can set the atmosphere for the team, help set those culture setter type of players. I think that she definitely is one of those players. Shakira is for sure one of those culture setting players.
For sure.
Yeah. Anything else you got for us tonight, man? Any exclusives you ain't telling us about?
I wish I knew more, man. It's was a busy free agency early on. Well, I wouldn't say free agency, but busy day at the start. But it's been really slow now. Like, nothing's really been going on other than those moves earlier today.
True.
Hopefully something pops up where we sleep or something like that.
So there hasn't been any court designations or any
nothing yet.
Because they only got like 2 days.
Yeah, which is crazy. It's like, but I guess they're still trying to figure out everything.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to look on Twitter right now. I don't see anything. Yeah, I guess cause I think the court designations won't start until actually tomorrow.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's gonna get active.
Because I think I think people were kind of shocked that the free agency just kind of started, and like, I guess people didn't really have a lot of time to really negotiate things. You know what I'm saying? Because it kind of just started, and we said, "Oh, whoa, okay, cool," and then nothing really happened other than Angel Reese. But I think we already kind of seen the writing on the wall with Angel Reese after the comments she made about the sky near the end of last season. Mm-hmm. So I think everybody kind of assumed that she was probably going to get moved sooner than later. So, but other than that, I think we just got to wait and see, because things still kind of falling into place as far as what the teams want to do.
True. The dominoes are still falling.
Exactly.
All right. Well, I guess we both will keep our eye on what's going on with this Washington Mystics. And yeah, my guy Jared, I appreciate you for tapping in with us. And I hope this won't be the last.
Nah, it definitely won't be the last. We definitely gonna be talking a lot more this season, and I'm definitely gonna pull up to the draft party.
For sure, I appreciate that 100%. So, question: how can people connect with Jared?
Yeah, so you can follow me on every social media platform, JL_ON_HOOP. So JL_ON_hoops.
All right. Hey, you're the man. Trust me. Always around the WNBA. I mean, like everywhere. So y'all want to tap in so y'all can stay hip to all of what he's doing, because he gets the inside scoop for real. All right. Sure. Hey, I appreciate you again for coming onto the platform. So that's going to be it for tonight, folks. We appreciate
thanks for having me on.
And real quick again, folks, like the video. Subscribe to the channel, because we're bringing Jared back.
Definitely.
Or we're going to have more to talk about with our Washington Mystics. Y'all know it. Y'all know the deal. And you got folks following you in already. They in the comments saying they following you. Yeah.
Oh, word. Let me see.
Yeah. So again, folks, we appreciate y'all. This is your trusted voice for watching and Mr. Content, Delano on the FanWire Podcast. Make sure you tap in. And let me give you real quick.
Yeah.
Jared, I don't think you even know this one. And again, you kind of got some insight.
Mm-hmm.
On April the 11th, which is a Saturday, we doing a live mock draft right here on the FanWire. We're going to have several content creators from across the WNBA. We got people coming from Canada. We got people jumping in from the West Coast, down south. I mean, everywhere. We tapping in. We got journalists online. You want to tap in. We're going to have a good time. We're going to pick these picks. We're going to see who is the content creator general manager of the year. Yeah, you see who goes home with the title, at least until 2027. So, yeah, I hope y'all can tap in on Saturday because it's going down. Then also, again, on Monday, April the 13th, we got the WNBA Draft Watch Party. Oh, this is the wrong one. My bad, folks. Don't hold it against me. It says Draft Lottery. I adjusted it. Just disregard that part. All right. We got the WNBA Draft Watch Party. It's going down Monday, April the 13th. You get to see your favorite players from the college level going to new opportunities in the WNBA. The Washington Mystics have 3 first-round draft picks, so we're going to see who we get. And, yeah. And, what time on Saturday? 7 p.m. I'm going to be dropping the links real soon. Trust me, you want to tap in. That's the official mock draft. Trust me. Ain't nobody on the internet did it like this. Don't go do it like this. Trust me. Jared, you able to tap in? You go be available for that draft?
Yeah, I'll be there.
Bet marking you in. We're gonna talk more about it offline. All right, folks. We out of here. Appreciate y'all. Gone.